a quick discussion on defections, because it's the D word which is hovering around these elections like an elephant in the room, which is really visible. Of course, you all have been victims of the D word, as you said. See, the thing is, you can have any discussion about the Congress. You sit in any tinto or a tavern or in a market or wherever you do, or in a drawing room and a balcony. This whole feeling that, look, the BJP does not, for BJP the magic number is not 21. The BJP, the magic number is being the single largest party. Or even if it is not a single largest party, it can do wonders as far as itself is concerned. Every other party is vulnerable to succumbing the BJP. And Congress, because of what happened in 2017, Congress of course has been talked of as the party most vulnerable to getting completely decimated post-elections if the BJP really starts upping the ante as far as the poaching game is concerned. And we understand that you all have taken your leaders or your candidates to temples and churches to take different kinds of pledges. But what happens, and I asked this question even to P. Chidambaram in a recent interview, and he smiled. He understood the pragmatism of that question, and I'm going to pose that same question to you again. See, what happens is that it's not about whether you make that pledge in a temple or a church. I mean, we respect that act. But what happens is, if one day you're sitting and a senior BJP leader comes and gives you a sneak peek into the file that they have started making about you and your deeds and your tax evasions, either genuine or contrived, okay, or they put different kinds of subtle pressures, and then what happens is, in politics everybody would have skeletons in the cupboard. Some would have a couple of bones, some would have the whole body, but there'll be skeletons in the cupboard. Okay, now in the face of that, your pledges that you make before the Lord, okay, or the affidavits that you sign, pale into insignificance compared to the reality that strikes you in the face, because your reality is that, look, if you don't play ball, then you are in deep trouble. Okay, the bars are in front of you, and you need to we need to go even behind that. In that, and let's be honest, there are several politicians, including politicians in the Congress, who would be in that kind of a situation. So the whole thing is that unless Congress gets that, permit me for using this word, goddamn 21 seats or 22 seats, anything is possible.
I believe this time, I have again repeating myself, we have taken sufficient measures to see to it that we build confidence amongst the people of Goa. We have taken measures to see to it that any kind of pressure won't allow our candidates to defect in any eventuality. We have also measures in place as we speak right now, which is taking care of entire logistical thing, wherein we will see to it that BJP won't well be in a position to try to even attempt to defect our candidates. Now, as far as the issue of defection is concerned, I believe by now all the politicians who have defected, especially the 10 defectors, have realized that it was a mistake on their part. Many of them are getting defeated in this election. They were desperately trying to come back to Congress. We have stood very firmly on our commitment to the people of Goa that defectors will not be allowed, even if we are not able to form the government. And I believe that is the step that he's brought us where we are today. The strong confidence
the unfortunate or the difficult part of elections, especially in a small place like Goa, is that it's difficult for an elected legislator to stay without power for 5 years. It's a very costly, expensive affair for him, and in most likelihood he or she will not withstand the forces of the electorate for the next election. So everybody, see, till the day of the polls, everybody needs a party machinery, central leadership, this, that. But once you are voted to power, it is a game played by those 40 guys.
Correct. It goes out of the hands of parties.
It is out of the party equation at all. Secondly, about this thing about going before a temple or a church or a mosque and pledging yourself, we really don't know what the incumbent legislator or the candidate is actually conversing with the Almighty.
Right.
So that is, and so far as the strategy of defection is concerned, it looked to me that last time the fastest finger first at the Raj Bhavan sealed the deal.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Correct. The road to Raj Bhavan is short, but it needs to be traversed quickly as well.
Really?
Yes.
So we are taking all the measures to avoid the situation that occurred last in 2017. We will be forming the government very soon after the last vote is counted.
Okay, Sunil. Of course, there's a bit of
And
time.
that will be
there's
a
bit of
very
time to go
comfortable
for that.
majority,
Yes,
and
yes.
moreover, people of Goa, not Congress party, people of Goa will not allow BJP to cross single digit, so that they are not even in a position to attempt any defections.